Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we have a reading for Virgo. I pulled three cards. I only showed two in the thumbnail, but they're really big cards, and I have tiny hands, so forgive me. We have identity, healing, and fortuity. I almost wanted to write lucky horseshoe. I feel like some of you may have gone through a lot of difficult times, particularly with regards to finances. And here we've got a lot of symbols for luck, obviously with fortuity. So there's an important element here of you standing up for yourself or speaking your authentic truth. And this helping you heal from, I feel like maybe being a little bit of a people pleaser or too concerned with other people to do what's right for you, but that's changing. I feel like you're able to kind of let go of that guilt and realize that it's not a bad thing or something you should feel guilty for when you're, like enforcing your own boundaries, right? Let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. I hope you're having a wonderful day. It's Saturday, so I hope you're having a good weekend. All right, let's start with. We're going to go with the Fairy Lenormand. I'll see it for Virgo. Yeah, there's going to be an improvement here in your stability with the anchor. It can be pretty easy to view the anchor as something that's maybe holding you back, but in the Lenormand, this is a pretty positive card. This is somebody who has maybe gone through some turbulent times, finding something that helps them to feel grounded again. You may be seeing threes a lot because we have 35, 3, and 13. Some of you may be moving or going on a trip, particularly if it's for the holidays. You may be like meeting a new child or like cousin, nephew, niece, sibling, something like that. There's some element here of like a new start, a fresh start. And it may require you to kind of step outside of your bounds a little bit. Hey there, Mr. Pirate. Actually, I just promoted you to King Pirate. I don't know if you saw my comment before I went live, but yeah, we're gonna go with King Pirate now. All right, what else do we have? The Fox. Ooh, this came out for. This might have been in the no contact reading. And then we have the Bear. You may find that somebody is being a little bit sneaky or hiding something from you. But I think you pick up on it pretty quickly. I don't think you're very easy to fool. You may not be the kind of person that always speaks up if you know that somebody's being a little bit dishonest. It's like you give people enough rope to hang themselves, which is kind of a gruesome way to put it, but you extend trust or like a, a kernel of trust and see how people do with it. And you may be kind of at your cutting off point with somebody. You may have finally gotten to the point where you don't really want to give this person another chance. They may have had a few too many already. All right, we're going to continue with the Rider-Waite. What else do we have for Virgo? We have the Sun in the reverse. somebody has made it difficult for you to stay in a good mood. It's kind of like they're a little bit of a negative cloud. They may be a little bit difficult to predict. Maybe one day they're really, bubbly and making jokes, and then the next day it's like everything sets them off. I feel like this person views you a little bit like a meal ticket, a little bit easy to kind of control, but I don't think they're right about that. I think you've had a change of heart. We've got the King of Cups in the reverse and the Ace of Cups. And this is clarifying the ship, which to me is like, you know what, I'm ready for a new adventure, or I'm ready to, like move forward, move on. There's, with the King of Cups in the reverse, some disappointment that has really shown you the true colors, perhaps of a romantic partner, perhaps of somebody that you've been close with for a long time. But there's a sense here that with the Ace of Cups, you'd rather be a little bit more selective with who you share your energy with. And I think because we've got this Ace of Cups underneath the little girl here, there's an element of like keeping the energy kind of clean. It's funny because for the first time ever, when I was saging right before the reading, I like had a little ember fall off and like burn me. So I feel like there's a little bit of a message in there for you, Virgo. It's as if cleansing your environment or kind of excusing someone from the table is going to be painful at first, but it's just like a quick passing kind of pain, right? With the Page of Wands coming out sideways, communication is going to be a little bit tricky, a little difficult, but you're able to, I see this as you here, Virgo. You're able to be in that Queen of Pentacles energy where you can be pretty calm, you are reliable, and you're steady. There's something here about you being able to increase even more so your ability to let things kind of roll off, not really upset you. It may have been really difficult for you to do this a couple years back, but I feel like you've been consistently trying to improve. So there may have been some really helpful therapy or like hobby that you've been dedicating time to that really helps you in terms of processing those feelings so you don't have, like outbursts. We have the Ace of Wands. This is underneath the bear. You have a skill or some sort of ability to endure. You might be like a long distance runner, you might be an author, you might be, I don't know, an athlete of any kind, a musician. For some of you, you might be a drummer, but there's something you have as far as a skill set or an ability that is bringing you a new opportunity, a new chapter, and you have everything that you need. You might have felt recently like you've been waiting and waiting and waiting, or you haven't had that final cornerstone of the foundation. But now, or in the very near future, you're going to finally feel like you have everything. But see how he's pointing downward? There's one last thing that you have to kind of shove out the door or walk away from. Actually, we're going to go to the Morgan Greer. I used to really struggle with remembering this deck's name, and so when they were all lined up in front of me at my old place, I would have to look up every time. All right, we have, hold on a second. My computer is being weird. All right, we have the Chariot and the King of Pentacles in the reverse. This looks like somebody deciding they need to move on from possibly a relationship. There's somebody here who's been a little bit too needy, maybe relies on you financially in some way, but they're not really making it a symbiotic relationship. There's not a lot of give and take here. It's mostly just take, take, take. And to make matters worse, it feels like this person is also that negative cloud, right? Somebody who kind of puts you in a bad mood and isn't really progressing. This is somebody who is not taking advice or counsel on how to be a more evolved version of themselves. This person is stagnant and makes other people around them stagnant. It's like this is the kind of person who, if you decide, you want to be sober, they kind of laugh it off or tell you that's a bad idea. Weird, because I'm talking about sobriety and the card that can talk about kind of overindulging and drinking comes out. So this person may have a little bit of an issue in terms of codependency or addictions, or kind of being a little bit nebulous, changeable. We have the Eight of Cups in the reverse. I feel like if you're in a relationship right now, this person is doing whatever they can to try to stop you from walking away. They may sense that you would like to end the relationship. But they haven't done anything to change what makes you feel aggravated. You may have been pretty direct with them in terms of like, this doesn't work for me, or I don't like it when you do this. But this person keeps doing it. With the star in the reverse, somebody isn't heeding that message or that call, and it's pushing you away. Like you're getting more and more distant from wanting to be partnered up with this person. And I think this is all underneath the bear because you're gaining strength. Remember, we had identity and healing. You're healing from something, and I feel like it could be a childhood trauma, but most importantly, it's something that made you feel like you had to kind of sacrifice what you want for what other people want. And with the Queen of Wands in the reverse, it feels to me like you're finally seeing someone for who they are in terms of trying to control you, but not doing what they could do to control their own life. Like they could help themselves, but they choose not to. This could be kind of a little bit of a manipulative ploy. They may feel like if they make you believe that they need you, or that, it would be a really traumatic emotional situation for them if you left, that you would not leave them because you have too big of a heart. We have the King of Cups coming out this time in the upright, along with the Five of Cups and the Knight of Rods. So that would be like the Knight of Wands, which is why I messed it up when I said it. So we've got, hello there, Joanna. How are you doing? You guys are so nice, showing up all the time. We've got somebody that is mastering their emotions, realizing how they truly feel, and not wanting to be stuck in this Five of Cups. Because when we have the Knight of Wands, this is somebody who's ready to take action. And look, it's in a totally different direction. I was facing that way. I was thinking about my past. I was letting my past hold me back. And now I'm not going to. I'm ready to move forward and do something different. Because I can't keep carrying somebody else on my back, right? This person has to do their own work. Nine of Wands in the reverse. Somebody is giving up because communication has failed. And even if there's love here, somebody isn't willing to put in the change or the work that you have. We have the Devil in the reverse. You're letting go of codependency or any fear you have associated with going on your own. Maybe you didn't really like to be without a relationship. You might have been like a serial monogamous or something like that. But there's a sense that you've taken the time to reassess some of those things, those habits that you've had that maybe made it hard for you to stay in a stable or healed frame of mind, right? Eight of Wands. So you may be seeing a lot of eights. We have Eight of Cups in the reverse, Eight of Wands. This feels like somebody losing their shit because you won't come back. So you may be a little bit concerned about having this conversation. How do you do it? Where do you do it? Because you know it might get out of hand. If you've already had this conversation, this is a follow-up. Like, I wasn't done. There's more things that I need to say. I promise I'm not going to lose my cool. And then they do anyways, right? We have the Ten of Cups, and I would consider that to be kind of hidden energy. I haven't been doing that as much lately, but I think there's a really good ending here for you, but it requires that you actually follow through on the change in your perspective. So if you know somebody shouldn't necessarily be able to hold you back or hold you to a relationship, you have to actually like take on that Knight of Wands energy and do something about it. And then you turn around and things get much better. This Ten of Cups is like happily ever after, or a really strong, positive connection that you have with somebody. So for some of you, your pain that you experience while letting go of this person who doesn't want to let you go is worth it, because you're going to end up finding out that there's something more your pace around the corner. You don't necessarily want to look at it that way, because it is important to have a little bit of time on your own, right? Let's find out a little bit more from the situations deck. Whales in the house. I love it. Now I want to design a t-shirt that has like, you know, a whale like in the ocean, but spell it wrong. Because I'm just, you know, obsessed with puns and stupid jokes. All right, Virgo, we have offer on the table. I don't think this is necessarily a love offer. I feel like there's an opportunity here for your life to go in a completely different direction, and somebody doesn't want you to feel like it's going to work out for you. We have Michael in the reverse. Somebody is trying to take your confidence away or take your like ambition away so that you don't act on this offer. So I don't really like seeing this protection card in the reverse. For some of you, this is a warning to not have unprotected sex. If you're in a relationship that you're not happy with and you need to move forward, I would strongly encourage you against having any sex because that's an exchange of energy. And when you know that something is over and you continue to exchange your energy like that, you're sending conflicting messages to more than just the person that you're with, right? There's something here about being very cautious in terms of your words, what you commit to. You need to protect yourself, is basically what I'm getting from this. We have threatened and cleansing. There's my sage that I told you guys about, burned me. So whoever you're with or whoever you're thinking you need to kind of separate from, this person already knows that you're thinking about walking away. This person is hoping to bank on like basically manipulating the situation where you feel like everyone expects you to do this or the right thing to do is this. But when you remove this energy from your sphere, when you don't have to deal with this person's changes in moods, you'll notice that your apartment, your home, your car, your workplace, whatever it is, all of that is going to seem fresher, cleaner, because you're not dragging around the energy that they're throwing at you. They're trying to make you feel guilty for things that they need to fix for themselves. Oh, we have a request for the Kipper, do we? Hey there, Real McCoy. Welcome, welcome. You guys may wonder why I always refer to her as Real McCoy, but I did ask permission. All right. What else do we have? Yeah, I think there's somebody here that is struggling with the nightlife lifestyle. What I mean by that is it doesn't necessarily have to be an addiction. It could be that there's a lot of arguments happening over where you're spending your time, who you're spending it with. But there's also take a risk on this card. which seems to suggest that you need to try something new, right? Do something that kind of scares you in a good way. We have history, past happened, focused, eyes for you. This is kind of creepy, you guys. Less creepy is the idea that you may have some kind of, that's hilarious. You may have some kind of association to Egypt like I do. I don't know if I told you guys this. One day I was standing in Walgreens waiting in line to pay for my goods. And this guy that I'd never seen before in my life, who's, a little bit older, "Oh, you must really like cats or Egypt." And I'm like, "The fuck are you talking about, dude? You don't know me." And it was right after I had gotten my tattoo. Kind of hadn't adjusted yet to that information being out there for everyone. So you may have some tie to Egypt, but I think more importantly, what this is saying to me is there have already been a number of incidents or issues between you and this person that has demonstrated for you exactly who they are, the nature of their character, whether or not they're willing to work on things, whether or not they have improved their communication. And if they haven't, it's like right there. Like there's evidence, right? This isn't just like, oh, maybe it's like that. No, no, no. You have documented, I shouldn't say documented, you have like repetition, evidentiary, like justification for how you perceive this person. And with the like watching, the watchful eye, this person is trying to control you. This person asks you where you go or why you did things, and they treat you like they don't trust you. Financial support. This person might, I think I did say that up here. They might look at you as a bit of a meal ticket. This person is in need of assistance regarding financial requirements or commitments. They may have had some issue with getting paid or keeping a job. And Spirit is saying that's not your responsibility. This is like, if you already feel distanced from this person, your heart has already kind of broken up with them. Did you hear the honk? Confirmation. That's how my delightful neighbors say hello. It's cute. Did I tell you guys they dropped off cookies for me? So good. All right, since we had the Egypt thing come out, we're going to get a little bit more clarification from the Egyptian tarot. 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. We were just talking about this person looking at you as a way to be more financially stable. But with the 10 of Pentacles in the reverse, they are blocking your fortuity. So when you heal from this, when you know who you are and that you've kind of like risen above this person because you've actually put in the work and wanted to heal, then you step into this lucky period of your life where the universe is like, hey, remember how you took care of yourself? Well, we're going to help you out with that. Four of Swords, healing. We have the Seven of Wands in the reverse again. I'm going to say again because this is a lot like the protection card in the reverse. Please be careful. This person may be trying to trap you. And take that how it resonates. If you're, possibly able to make somebody a parent and you don't want to, be smart about that. If this person is potentially able to steal something from you, please do what you can to protect yourself against that as well. Because this person, I think, is already starting to feel heartbroken. They may already know that you're kind of inching towards the door. So they may do something to retaliate. This is kind of an unstable energy, you guys. We have the Ace of Swords in the reverse. And the Three of Pentacles. This is underneath the fox. So definitely there's dishonesty because the fox and the ace of swords in the reverse, both of them can signify to me that somebody is being a little bit sneaky when it comes to the truth. And when it's paired with the three of pentacles, what I see here is this person has somebody else they're talking to. If they are really curious about your whereabouts or who you're talking to, that could be classic projection, where somebody is worried that what they're doing is going to be caught. So they continually ask if you're doing things or try to cast the doubt on you. You may not even care if there's another person here, because if you're checked out, you're checked out. But then why stay in that position, right? Why be stagnant? If you already have a gut feeling that there might be someone else they're talking to, an ex or a good friend, your intuition is right. If you don't have that intuition, don't force that problem, okay? These are general readings, so that might not be true for you. We have the Three of Cups in the reverse. Six of Wands in the reverse. This feels like somebody not really worrying about getting caught. This feels like somebody being overly confident with their socializations. Like if they're doing something sneaky, they're confident they won't get caught. If they're doing, the third party thing, they feel like they're covering their tracks. But with the Six of Wands in the reverse, this is like overconfident. Like they're not actually as good at the sneaky thing as they think they are. And this is underneath the Ace of Wands, which can be a little bit of a phallic card. So, again, be cautious if you're still bumping uglies with this person, because I would not recommend it. We have the Knave of Chalices in the reverse. Somebody is being really immature or quick to anger. They could also be really bad at apologizing. We have the Ace of Pentacles underneath the Four of Swords and the Seven of Wands in the reverse. Someone sees that you are healing or moving in a different direction, maybe changing your approach, changing how you communicate. And they may have some sense here that you're about to get some offer or some raise, a bonus, an inheritance, a settlement, and they see it as an opportunity. So again, it might not just be sexual energy. You might have to protect a tangible or financial asset of yours. They see it as unprotected. They think they can have some. Two of Cups in the reverse. If you have not left this person already, I feel like you already are tempted to do so, because with the Two of Cups in the reverse, I see a breakup. And this person is already worried about it. Remember, we saw the embarrassed or threatened card. Somebody feels like you're on the verge of moving away from them or letting them go. So they make it a little bit less predictable for you. We have the Page of Pentacles or Knave of Pentacles in the reverse. This person doesn't want you to have a new beginning. Chariot and Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. I feel like you're the Chariot and they're the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. They know, like it's like they can feel the Wheel of Fortune moving and that they're losing ground. And then they see you and you're rising. So again, you may have had a situation where you're doing better financially and they lost a job or they had a lot of car trouble. Something went south quick for this person, and then they're just like looking at you like, you're not gonna like save me? No, I gave you 5 warnings about that car that you needed to get it maintained or something along those lines. I gave you a heads up and you didn't listen to me. That's why I have to keep moving forward, because if you don't heed, the warnings, you're going to take me down with you. We're going to get a little bit more here from the miniature Rider-Waite. We have the Six of Cups in the reverse. You are moving away from letting your past hold on to you or make you stagnant, because you recognize with the Temperance and the reverse that you would be able to manage stability much more easily if you were just, managing your own shit and not man-child or girl-child. Whoever can't act like an adult right here. Two of Swords in the reverse. You've already made up your mind. You maybe haven't said anything, but you already know. You know that their actions are indefensible, but you're dealing with some kind of inner conflict. Maybe you don't know how to have this conversation. Maybe you're worried that what you've already said hasn't really hit home for somebody. Maybe you are obsessing over how much you should help or not help this person, because they may get a little bit desperate and ask you for things. With the Ace of Wands, they may try to use sex to control you. But you'll see through this. With the Fool in the reverse, I think you have some pretty sharpened wisdom here, and I think you know when to move in a different direction or when to stay silent. Follow that intuition. We have the Page of Swords, and I feel like this is... I'm always going to be honest with you guys, but don't shoot the messenger. There's evidence of this third party. Whatever this person is involved in terms of, maybe it's just an online boyfriend, girlfriend, maybe it's somebody from their high school or somebody that they used to date. There is something you would be able to see that confirms what you probably already suspect. Queen of Pentacles. Somebody's trying to pretend like they are the Queen of Pentacles, but you are the Queen of Pentacles. So it's like they're trying to kind of mirror your own energy back to you without actually like following it up with their behaviors. They're trying to convince you that they have changed or they have grown up in some way. Maybe you've had a repeated conversation like, I really wish you would do this, or I really wish you would stop doing that. And they just don't change. Like this Queen of Pentacles in the upright, like the good stuff I feel like is you trying to show them, see how I approach this relationship. Like if you could do that, we could be like much happier here. But this Queen of Pentacles for them and the Hanged Man in the reverse, it's kind of like someone saying, no. Like, I'll tell you that I'll do that, but I'm actually inflexible. Like I'm not going to change. This is who I am. Like merchandise sold as is. Sorry. And I just so happen to be a big old liar. Yeah, sorry, Crosswatcher. If you're watching, sucks to suck. We have the Star. And King of Wands. This is your energy. It's amusing because honestly, it's like you and your person or ex-person are like night and day, because they are overconfident and they keep thinking that they'll be successful in something, and then they don't, follow it up with the dedication or the hard work. This is like you having a dream and actually doing something every day or every other day to pursue that dream, and them having a dream but never doing anything with it and wondering why you're successful and they're not. And it's like, well, number one, I actually get off my ass and do something about it instead of just like, I wonder what it would be like if I was like famous like Lady Gaga. No, you're actually doing the work. And I think you may have some element of fame or a platform where you're inspiring other people. You may be an author or musician. I think I did say drummer. You may have, because keep in mind, wands, fire signs are often quite creative or artistic. So I feel like there's something here that you are really skilled in, an art form that helps inspire other people that you're meant to be doing. And if you're moving towards that or dedicating more time to that, you are seeing, I'm sure, like positive movement in your life, right? So it's really a clear differentiation between how your life is going and how their life is going. All right, I think we're gonna grab just a few from the zodiac fortune telling and then we'll call it a night. I'm gonna go eat some food. I found some corned beef hash in the closet. Pretty stoked on that. We have someone who is ill is going to recover. So don't let somebody stress you out too much. Be supportive, but there is greater health or improved health in the near future. And a happy proposition is in store for you. So there is an opportunity or a new chapter in your life that is going to be, I think, particularly rewarding for you, but it would be, I think, pretty difficult to pull off with this person by your side. So the universe wants you to kind of lighten your load, right? We have, you will suffer a great loss, but will overcome your grief. So you may have had somebody really dear to you pass away, or you may have had a financial loss that was really kind of like dragged out or took a while for you to recover from. But I feel like partly this opportunity here for you and whatever this skill is kind of like the universe wanting to balance that scale out for you. You are going on a long, safe journey. So some of you may be going on a really fun vacation or like a tour. Maybe you're moving. But more important one is you have very big, important ideas that you must carry out. So whatever it is that you're planning or whatever you feel like you're meant to contribute to the world, a book, an album, coffee book table. I'm thinking about doing one of those. Do it. Don't let anybody hold you back. There's some sort of financial reward if you follow that dream of yours. All right, you guys, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. I might be back for another one. Just kind of depends on how cozy I get in front of the fire. See you later.